With the flow of love on Monday morning, Ninema leaves the house from her garden. She is a market gardener. Her crops are healthy. She has green fingers, but she does not know it. Selling her fresh produce at the Indian market is how she earns her living. Life is dark and so is Ninema. Placing the lamia and beans neatly in her basket. She sighed. Her work is always punctuated with sighs. There are signs of acceptance. She accepts her lot in life but is not resigned to it. Everyone who knows Ninema knows that she is facing her challenges and winning. She is respected. After stacking her basket with fresh herbs, she washes her face and feet with cold water from the outside tap. She has never had running hot water. To take her weekly bath, she boils hot water on the open fire. She coils her long black hair into an agonizing bun at the neck of her head. She will wash it on Saturday, when she takes her bath. For now it is neat and out of the way. Her presence displaces the space around her and fills it with gravity. She is a beautiful woman. She makes heads turn when she walks.
I wanted us to stop there because that is a one episode. When we discuss what is surrounding the top part of paragraph 1, 2, 3, and 4, it is surrounded by something that is similar. Then the next one will cover something different. So what do we see in the first part about Ninema? Yeah, so she is a gardener. At the same time, she sells what? Herbal spices, not just herbs. You may think it's medicine, herbal medicine, but for her it's herbal spices. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. She is very hardworking and respected. Now I want you to prove to me that she is hardworking. In the first 4 paragraphs, what proves that she's hardworking? What does she do that tells us that she's hardworking? Yeah, she works punctually. When you're hardworking, you want to finish your work in time and do away with so much inconveniences. Yeah, life is tough for her, but she doesn't accept it, and she wants to go beyond her abilities. Why? What does she do to prove that she's organized? The way she's placing her spices in the basket in a very organized way, neatly. I asked you once, when do you wake up during holidays? And you told me 12. 6 at least that one is hardworking. At 10. Jesus Christ. 12 around 1 o'clock. Okay, so you realize Ninema wakes up at 4 and she starts her work. Because when you are a businesswoman on the market, in the evening you have to come prepare food for yourself. Again in the morning you have to wash maybe your clothes and do the cleaning. So they are not telling us that, but the reason why she wakes up too early, she has so many duties to finish before she goes to the market. Is there something else? What else? Yeah. When you are doing business with fresh stuff, you are the most challenged person in business ever. People who sell clothes, plastics, at least even if something overstays, they have no problem. But if you are selling fresh kind of products, whether it is apples, which else? Yeah? What? Tomatoes. What else? What else? Yeah? Onions. Yeah? Onions. Huh? Fingers. Coriander. Yeah, so when you are selling those kinds of products, those people who sell those products, and also those who wake up to cook food. Like you wake up in the morning, you have to cook, let's say the sukadash and sukodash, and you have, we call it githeri, but it's sukodash, right? Yeah. Then you wake up in the morning, you prepare beans. Can you imagine? And you are just preparing, and tomorrow you don't have a fridge. So if you don't make sure that you really wake up early and people will buy at different hours, your food will be stale. And I also don't know, like Garissa, I ever went to Garissa and I was surprised. That place you cannot cook food in the morning and by lunchtime it's okay. Yeah, but I saw a lot of people with fridges. I think that's how they survive. Or else in Garissa you cannot prepare even tea in the morning and lunchtime it's okay. It will be stale. The place is extremely hot and it's also dry hot, unlike Mombasa, which is hot but a bit moist because of the ocean. So I'm imagining if you sell fresh things there, if you are not really focused, they'll be spoiled. Is there something else? What is that? Ninema? Takes a bath only once. Only on a Saturday. That is the irony in that story. Yeah, by the way, I don't know. Okay. There is a time someone commented that that is what the Europeans do. I don't know. That's true. But not all of them. Even among us as Africans, girls maybe try. But I've ever taught boys' school. Boys, some of them can decide to go a whole week. You mean girls also do the same?
In this school,
And that is why silence, and that is why when you go to boys' schools, most of them, I'm not saying all, because some of them, the teachers or maybe the people in charge of the dorm are very strict. But we have situations whereby the schools that don't care, you cannot teach a class and have fresh air. The air in class is a bit nasty because most of them have not taken a bath, and again they would not clean their tops all the time, and that is why they'll pick. For them, they don't steal the way you people steal and keep. They'll unhang, they dress, they return there. Then they pick another one tomorrow. Somebody's a clean shirt they put on, then they return in the evening on that. So it is just a matter of. Okay, so let's go on to the next part. We read the next part.
she is a beautiful woman. She makes her stand when she walks. Her hips sway from side to side as she moves her body in between to balance the basket on her head. Her deep chiffon saree drags effortlessly around her perfect body. As each step is symbolized by her eyes.
How are you reading? The words are not even clear the way we are reading. Her chin, chiffon sari drapes effortlessly around her perfect body as you go by. So I don't know why you are reading like that. Okay, let's go.
Her thin chiffon saree drapes effortlessly around her perfect body, as if placed in place by her height. Firm breasts, long, tall arms, and a thin waistcoat meant to stop and stare. The They turn away in embarrassment when she faces them with her piercing black eyes. The woman admires her high cheekbones. Ninema does not take the attention she gives to hers. Her concern is with earning a living. She sighs as she wipes her clean feet and sleeps on her canvas.
Shambhala. Hey, continue.
These sandals are reserved for walking to the market and back home. It is a long walk. Once at the market, the young woman takes off her champers and places them neatly on the side of her stall. She sets up her stall, then arranges her appetizingly. It is hot and she sweats while she works. Her sari clings to her firm skin. The other lady hawkers setting up their stalls chat with her and each other amiably as they work. Ninema rarely chats back. She has no time to waste. Nobody minds this. They know her. Once her soul is ready and only when it is ready, Ninema takes a few sips of the tea she brought with her. In the heavy enamel flask, she waits for her first customer. The first and last customer are very important. The first because he opens the business day, and the last because he closes it. It is imperative that she takes extra care with this particular customer, for they bring luck. She learned her trade from her mother and father, and they passed down this wisdom from generation of family trading. Ninema believes in its grace and power. She also has faith in God accounting. She can earn faster than you could say the word hug. Mr. Children is her first customer. It has not escaped her that he often was the first to support her when she opened the store. The lady sees her, saying that he was in love with her, but he never smiled their silliness away. How could a rich lawyer from a brownie person be interested in a follower from a low caste? It was unthinkable as having a relationship with a white man. Children knew it too. That's why he didn't go any further than early morning cab rides. Even though his mother complained that she bought too much, the mere sight of Ninema made his day. He wondered how he would manage to do 3 rounds. Once his mother arranged a marriage for him and some flying, jealous wife took over the buying. The thought of it made him hot under the collar. This morning, he buys even more than usual. She does not encourage his infatuation with her. She treats him as she treats all her loyal customers, with respect and appreciation. When Shinran goes on his way, Mr. Lai comes by.
Okay, up to there, we have combined about 3 different aspects there. I want us to discuss what you've learned about her. What have you learned about Ninema again? Because the main story is focusing on Ninema. Even any question that comes is more just on Ninema and aspects surrounding her. Yeah. So what does that tell us? Yes? Oh, she's focused. So the aspect that she's focused, like because you're minding business in selling your product, you don't have to worry so much about others around you, about what they want you to do, about their concerns and all that. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah. Why?
Because she has no sense to talk about it.
When you are determined, you don't chat with others. I think it's still on focus. Huh? When you are focused, when people are making noise here and there, you don't have to really join them and do that. So what does that tell us about her? Cheese? Cheese? Cheese what? She's caring and also enterprising. You know, when you are business oriented, you focus on your, especially among the Asian people, the first customer and the last are very important. And I once told you, there is a time we went to Eldoret with a friend and we were buying some suitcases. So we got the first into a supermarket, and the Indian, we could bargain, and then he tells us, this one is just this amount. Then we say, this is what we have. Then he tells us, Konda. Then we begin going, kuja chonge. And again we say, only this is what we have. Konda. After 3 times he sold to us. Because for them, they have a culture that the first and the last customers really matter. They give us luck. And they also close our shop. So they really treat them with some kind of fairness. So it is out of being enterprising that she does so. Yeah, which is enterprising. I don't know why Africans don't make it like that. You will find some Wafula that is very rich now with a big shop. The son is very poor in business, eating the entire capital. Or the grandchild is nothing, has nothing, no script about business. Why is that the case? Why is that the case? Because I've looked at Asian people, they pass trade from the grandmother to the granddaughter to all that. And I wish people would learn that, because business is a good thing. You can survive through it throughout. The only people who are trying are the people from Garissa, Isiolo, and all that, now followed by people from Central. But the rest of the people, they are not very keen about business. Yeah, so it's out of enterprising that you inherit some skills from your parent. And what particularly does she do? She? In that paragraph, they have not told us that.
Believes in its grace and power.
Yeah, she believes that trade can make you better. Something else about, yeah, she's very admirable. How do we see that? How do we prove that she's admirable in the story? Yes? Yeah? The women admire her. You know, sometimes you can be very firm, even though people ask, but inside they feel like, I wish I was like her. Or you have the courage to speak the truth, whether it will look like it's bad or not, while there are those who will always pretend. And then when they are sitting alone, they'll say, I wish I was like this person. So that is what